All right, so it's time for another episode of Attack on Titan. And the biggest thing I'm curious to see here is how is Annie going to take in everything that's happened here and all the time she's spent in that coconut, because at the end of the last episode we saw that she was back. Also, I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to start finding out exactly about Gabi's pursuit of Conny trying to rescue Falco, because I think there's no doubt in my mind that that's a part of the story that might be explored here in these final 6 episodes. I don't know what else they might pepper in on us in this episode, but I feel like they really got to focus on Annie here, so let's go ahead and get started. So it's like the ground is shaking here. I guess the rumbling is still going on in another part of Parody here. Yeah, we're in Trost, the Trost district, and they've had their own rumbling too, with all the colossal titans coming out of the walls. And it looks like a lot of people are hurt here. Like when those titans emerge from the walls, it looks like it really hurt people. And I think that's Hitch. I think Hitch is the only member of the military police whose name I remember. So I think that's got to be Hitch there helping rescue these people who are trapped in the rubble. Oh, and I guess you got to think about just like how out of touch people can be just from the geographical distance, just being in Trost instead of Shiganshina, not really knowing what's going on. And then this strange image comes in your head with Eren Yeager's voice. And here we got people talking about the deaths of their friends and family from Eren Yeager's rumbling, but he's also pointing out that it's the rumbling that's going to gain them like international prestige or protect them from being invaded any further by Marley. They may not even know about the invasion that happened in Shiganshina at this point. Oh boy, they're already getting kind of, I don't know what the proper term is here. They're getting some spirit, and Hitch thinks it's going to be trouble, because not everybody's going to feel the same way, but they're all going to be fired up, and that could be a recipe for some real trouble here, I suspect. Yeah, she's telling the other military police to bring riot gear, so she's definitely expecting this to be trouble if she's asking for riot gear. Yeah, she has no idea what's going on in Shiganshina. Oh, we got some wet footprints. So Trost. Is Trost where Annie was left? I think so, because Hitch was the person who was guarding Annie when Armin would come talk to her. So I'd say those wet footprints are probably Annie's, though I don't know where the water came from. Maybe inside of that coconut, when it dissipated, it left a little moisture, slime or something. It looks more slimy than just water, because it's leaving those tracks on the floor. But from behind the door, we got a slimy hand. Yeah, it's Annie. Annie got Hitch, and she's got the old claw ring that she uses to transform up against Hitch's throat. And I don't know how life-threatening that claw ring would be, but it would certainly be uncomfortable. Oh, she's trying to... Oh! Look at that! Hitch got the old judo chop on Annie. I guess spending 5 years in a coconut, you get a little out of shape. I mean, I'm out of shape, but I haven't been in a coconut. But yeah, Hitch, maybe Hitch has come along, over the past year, seeing everything that's happened. So I wonder if we'll get to see, let's see if we'll get to hear what Annie knows or doesn't know. I really want to hear Annie's perspective on exactly what's going on. Oh, there's blood. Blood. Oh, Annie cut herself so she can become the female Titan at any time. Boy, that might be an extra level of chaos we don't need, is her just popping up into the female Titan right now and throwing herself into the fray. Oh, but Hitch thinks she might be too weak to transform. Annie doesn't think she is. But I think she ought to get a little info about the lay of the land before she goes and transforms here with this whole Founding Titan issue. Some guy looking for somebody named Dryce is going to come in and interrupt the reunion. I guess you could call it a reunion there. But here during the OP, I do like to remind people that I have a Patreon now, and I know a lot of you are already members of the Patreon, but if you're not and you're just kind of curious to see what's going on over there, well, there is a link in the video description. Sunset is the name of this episode, so that's a curious title. I'm going to, wonder what we got going on there with Sunset. But it looks like we're back down in the stables, which I kind of associate with Sasha's family more than Hitch, but here in Trost, Hitch has Annie down in the stables, and I guess she's going to fill her in on what's going on, because I really want to see her reaction. Annie still remembers her ranting about lousy men. So Annie did kind of have a little bit of an idea about what was going on, she says. Like, you were conscious, you were able to hear some things. Okay, so here's her explanation what it was like. I gotta watch this. Oh, and she could hear Armin talking to her, so those visits from Armin may have proved to be of some kind of benefit. So it's darkness, except for Hitch and Armin as voices in the darkness. So she does know what was going on to a degree, but I don't know if she's heard about the rumbling. Like, I don't think anybody's had a chance to update her on that, but I guess she does know about Aaron's stuff on account of Armin giving her regular updates. So she's not as shocked as I thought she might be. And of course, she's a subject of a mirror, so she was able to hear the message he gave. Oh, who's this talking there? All the debris beneath their feet, all the people injured as the walls come down and the town comes down. Oh, that was from the fight that the female Titan and Aaron had so many years ago. Some of that destruction. Wow, so 4 years' time it still wasn't all cleaned up, I guess. Yeah, we haven't really gotten any insight from Annie with her being frozen all that time to see her opinion on things. Yeah, she's given us some insight into Gabi, too. Killing people's all they were ever taught to do. Kill soldiers, kill civilians, don't have to make a difference there because they're atoning for Eldia's sin. Some Class A propaganda there. Okay, and Armin, I guess through Bertholdt's memories, he was able to tell Hitch a little bit about what was going on with the Warrior program. Yeah, we kind of picked up on this from some of the flashbacks since the first half of the season that Annie really didn't care about accomplishing any mission. She just wanted to survive. Whoa, so Mr. Leonhardt isn't her actual parent? Oh, wow, her mother was not Eldian, but had an affair with an Eldian. And this foreigner that picked her up must have been Mr. Leonhardt. Oh, interesting. He was also like thrown. Okay, so now we're seeing those training montages that we just got glimpses of in season 1, and how I was so curious about who is this man training Annie and why. And now we're finding out. I like it. I like it. Ooh, he slapped her upside the head pretty good there. That was kind of uncalled for. But wherever he was from had their own martial arts, different than that in Marley and in Liberia. So that explains her kind of special knack with hand-to-hand combat. I like that. A good explanation for why she has that skill that the others didn't have. But wow, she became pretty tough and rough. Oh wow, she gave Mr. Leonhardt a real beating. I guess that's Mr. Leonhardt. I still get confused. I don't always recognize the faces. But wow, she kicked his knee so bad that he couldn't walk anymore. But he was happy. This is like the student surpassed the teacher, and he liked turning her into a human weapon. It's just complaining about the boring story, but you know, and he had to listen to Hitch, no choice but to listen for 4 years, so it's her chance to get some talking out. What did she just step on? Was that a butterfly? Like in the OP, or a bird? What did she step on? Oh man, nihilistic. The way she was raised and the way things happened, Annie developed a real nihilistic streak. Oh, and then the day she left for her mission, he apologized and said he taught her the wrong thing. He had some kind of change of heart? I wonder where this change of heart came from who I'm assuming is Mr. Leonhardt. Oh, he suddenly cared about Annie, and she didn't know how to handle it. Nobody's ever cared about her before, abandoned from the moment she was born. Oh, so he was her actual father. No, he just thought of her as his daughter, not her biological father, but her actual father. Okay, I got it. So now she wants to live to go back and see Mr. Leonhardt. That's a noble, noble goal. Oh, and she understands everybody else have their own family and important ones they want to live to see too. So she's no longer nihilistic. It's a nice little turn of events there for Annie. Cool character, Annie. I'm glad she's back on the scene. I want to see her beat some people up, but she's got to get her strength back, right? Oh, wow. She'd do anything to get back to see her father again. She doesn't care who she has to kill, what she has to destroy. She has a single-minded mission. Oh, wow. Hitch has come to terms with it. Man, all those colossal titans just marching at that steady pace. It's going to be so scary, just like the slow impending death. Like you see it's coming, you know it's coming, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's got to be a weird kind of terror, you know, that we don't really relate to so much here nowadays. Oh, so that's Mr. Leonhard again, right? Telling them all that the rumblings began. Yeah, of course, all the Eldians know this, but are the Marleyans going to listen to him? Are they going to believe him? Are they going to let him evacuate in any way? Nope. Looks like he thinks it's a lie, some kind of ploy. Yeah, they think they're trying to trick him. But there's got to be some Eldians that the government kind of knows were separate and couldn't corroborate their story. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some ways to verify they're not just making it up. Oh, man, he's going to shoot him. Just shoot him for trying to warn you about the impending invasion. The rumbling is on its way and you're trying to kill people? Come on. Of course, maybe it's better to get it over with quickly than to be rumbled to death. I don't know if being rumbled to death hurts more than being shot, but one of them's probably quicker than the other. Oh, wow. Did he break loose with that martial arts and get shot? If her dad got shot and there's nothing to come back to. Oh, no. Oh, so the Jaegerists are taking control of the fort from this commandant here. Let's see what happens here. Shadis had such a great episode last episode. So what's he going to do now? Looks like he's not going to oppose the Jaegerists. Oh man, being prepared to be purged. He's too old to take a number 2 outdoors anyway. He'd rather be dead. But these cadets don't want to hear that from the guy who came and saved their bacon when they were getting cornered by some titans. Oh, wow. He's telling them, why do you think I let a bunch of wimpy tots like you beat me up? He says, don't disobey the Jaegerists. That's the best way to watch out for yourselves. Protect yourselves. Man, it's like that wisdom of age. Don't worry about me. Take care of yourself. So heartbreaking, but you can also kind of relate to it as a parent. Oh, but he's saying stay alive because there might come the day when you get to exert yourself. But don't go off and do anything half-cocked or crazy before it's time. Oh, is Armin going to go to Ragako and try to catch Conny? It's not Gabi, or not just Gabi at least? I like this idea of Armin pursuing Conny here. Oh, this could be cool. This could be really cool. Armin is a man of principle here. And he thinks Gabi is a key. And but through Gabi, maybe they can keep Reiner and the Cart Titan on their side. Interesting here. Armin's smarter than me. Armin's smarter than me, so I got to trust him with this. Oh, and he's worried about another 2,000 years of history repeating itself if the Titans get fractured and the 9 don't stick together. You know, it's like I said, when you try to destroy your enemies, you have a way of continuing to discover more enemies, and Armin's kind of saying that in his own way. But he thinks Falco might be the key to saving some semblance of humanity instead of just having everything go as horribly wrong as possible to get to Erwin's prediction of peace of only one person left. Let's go, Armin. You get it, big guy. Yeah, Mikasa's frozen. She doesn't know what to do. Oh, wow, and he's telling her, just go follow Jean. Figure it out for yourself. Does Armin not quite trust Mikasa? Oh, she asked him about what to do about Eren, and he just can't handle it. He's worried that Levi and Hanji are dead, which I don't think they are. Flock is, a loose cannon. Annie's awake. Military's in chaos. He has no idea what to do, so he's picking something simple he can focus on and try to accomplish it. I like this. He's worried about his story, worried about everybody, basically. Armin is worrying about everybody. Poor guy. Oh man, he just like realized he's berating her at a time when she probably doesn't feel all that hot. Good. There's that apology. But it's like the pressure of being the smartest guy on the crew, you know? It gets to you after a while. Always been the one who has to figure everything out. Oh man, he's still feeling guilty for depriving everyone of Commander Ervin when he took Bertolt instead of letting Ervin have him. Still feels like he was the wrong choice, but you know, I made my arguments back then. Guess I'll stick with them. Ervin probably would have been handy though. Where's her scarf? Who took her scarf? Oh, so they're speculating that maybe Conny will have some conscience come to him before he feeds Falco. So maybe there's a chance to go get him in time. So is it just Armin going out, or is it going to be Armin and Gabi? Because I think that would be an interesting team. Team Armin and Gabi. Who's the leader? Who's the sidekick? But I do enjoy seeing this reconciliation between Gabi and Kaya here come full circle. Trying to introduce herself. Gabi sounds weird. Everybody thinks Gabi's a weird name. They like Mia better. Even in the reconciliation, we get a little friction here. A little adversity perks up the characters there. But yeah, that embrace between Gabi and Kaya, that's nice. Nice to see that. Well earned, if you ask me. Oh my. Flock shoots somebody in the hand? That's just sadism here. Is he torturing the guy for information or just trying to teach him who's boss? And Jean has no control at all over Flock here. Like I said, Flock's a loose cannon who's sort of a self-appointed ruler by proxy with Eren off in ultimate founding titan form. Yeah, Jean's even saying, you're self-appointed here, man. Oh, Flock. Oh, boy. So now he's going to say Eren's who appointed him. But did he? You know? Did he really tell Flock his plan, or is Flock just winging it here? Because Flock looks insane there. Like cartoon insane. Telling the volunteers there is the, as some folks would say, SOL here. Their homeland's going to be reduced to nothing but giant footprints. He is just grinding in the pain and the misery on these people. But he's kind of declaring himself the, like I said, the ruler by proxy. You know, I think he would consider himself submissive to Eren. Oh! He just executed that guy for speaking his mind. Flock. Demanding submission here. The guy's just cruel. There's no locking him up. There's no reprogramming. He's just murder on sight. Summary execution. Using him as an example. This is some horrific war crimes there, Flock. Maybe Gabi and Flock will fight it out at some point. Jean just can't deal with it. You know, he's the person we saw was like that diamond in the rough, the guy that would be the next leader of the crew. But he is not handling this well. I mean, he's emotionally spent. I can understand it. I'm not blaming the guy. I'm not calling it a shortcoming. It's a lot to deal with. But he looks like he feels paralyzed, sort of defeated. Man, the crazy eyes on Flock. I gotta praise the animation for really giving that, like, look on Flock's face of a person who is eat up with something other than, like, good health. He's telling him, live the good life as a hero. He's really trying to flip Jean over. Doesn't want that resistance from Jean. He's telling him, go be the old Jean that just cares about yourself. You know, the one that was always trying to fight with Eren in the mess hall. Got that glance from Onion Coupon. He feels responsible. Oh, and Mikasa wants to know where Hanji and Levi are. You know, her cousin. Where's my cousin Levi? You heard my cousin, you heard me. Oh, he's blaming it on Zeke? Oh, man, the episode's already over? At least they're giving us, oh, wow. So it's like Connie and Falco looking at the sunset? He doesn't even let, oh, this is so demented. This is so demented. He's acting like he rescued Falco. He's trying to make Falco think that he's his friend. Oh, this is so wrong, Connie. Connie, you've become pure evil here, I think, the way you're doing this. I shouldn't judge, because if I were in Connie's shoes, I might decide to do the same thing. In fact, there's a good chance that a lot of us would. But, oh, it's so sadistic betraying Falco's trust like this. Oh, wow. Went to go save his mom. He's getting a thank you from Falco. Will Falco finally find like some sympathy or some pity inside of Conny here? I don't know. But man, it's going to be some fireworks when Armin catches up with him, right? Oh boy. He can't remember what happened after he met Colt and Gabi. He doesn't even, that's right, he probably doesn't even remember he's the Jaw Titan yet, does he? Oh, he's having these weird feelings of seeing Conny somewhere before, because you know who knows Conny? You know who knows Conny, and that's Ymir, you know, the Ymir that was the Jaw Titan Ymir. Oh, this is so good. So good. So deep and so twisted. And what do we got here? We got an end scene? Oh, airship's headed back to Marley? It didn't say preview, so I think it's an end credit scene. Oh, wow, they just abandoned everybody and left them for dead when they saw the rumbling coming. So I guess Peak is left behind. And Peak, who's with Peak here? Oh, Peak still got Magath. Kind of cool that Magath has survived this. They're going to go back and try to warn Marley, but what good will it do? Yeah, that's what Peak says. There's nothing we can do. I'm glad I didn't turn it off when I was getting ready to. I would have missed all this. Oh, and Magath promises to fight to the bitter end. And who's that over there? Do I see an eye patch? Do I see an eye patch? Ha! Is it Hanji? Did she just... Hanji! Yes, she's back! She's back! Oh, she got Levi. He's not looking good. She's got Levi. He's not looking good. He's all bandaged up, but he's back in the story. I'm so glad I stuck around to the end. Nice. Here's the preview, and I don't like to watch the preview, so I'm going to pause that. But a good episode. We got to see Annie get caught up. We got to see some of the darkest part of Conny here. We get to see Armin really buckling under the pressure of being the smartest guy in the room all the time. At least that's how I read that. And we've got Jean, who tried so hard to be the noble leader, the person who is a good leader because he's not automatically good at everything. And now he's having his problems and his doubts, and we see him crumbling. And the insanity of Flock has become megalomaniacal almost, and he is becoming this dictatorial type, executing people without any kind of a trial whatsoever. And Hanji's back, and Levi's bandaged up. But I can't wait for the next episode now, man. This was a real pick-me-up, even though there's a lot of bummer stuff going on in it. The ending, seeing Hanji there with classic Hanji charisma coming at you. So with that, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.